Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Yo,
Yeah, I don't know
we
what's.
got it.
Yeah, about time. Yeah, now we got to get started.
I think we good. I think we good.
All right, so let's get to it. Introduce yourself, tell the world, tell the people who are you, how you got started with basketball. Let's
Yes,
get
sir.
to it.
Yes, sir. So yeah, I'm Haron Hargrave, aka H20. I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens, New York, born and raised. I I started playing ball because of my mother. My mother put the ball in my hands. I never put it down. She kind of gave me that blueprint to, even how to roll out my life early. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mother was a teacher. I became a teacher. Like, she put on tournaments. I put on tournaments. Like a serial entrepreneur, but also pushing herself and what she got going on as well too. So I kind of took that same method and kind of put it into my everyday life. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I started playing ball. In PS30, that was the first school that I played at. That was my elementary school. And I went to junior high school 72, and that transition from elementary to junior high school was pretty tough. But, I got it done. And, it's like just like any transition, you kind of like got to get used to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's
You
what
gotta
I do.
adjust. You gotta make those adjustments and things like
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Yeah. So like, who was your biggest motivation in basketball? Who was you influenced by as far as like street ball, NBA? Like, who influenced you?
So,
Like, who's influenced as far as like basketball, as far as street ball, NBA, college?
yeah, good question. Influences. My mother was my first influence, right? And then, so like, so we say street ball. Rafer Alston. Rafer was my favorite street ball player. Rafer Alston was one of my favorite street ball players, and he's from Queens, so it didn't hurt that he was from Queens as well too. I feel like us Queens dudes don't get the
That much
the
recognition.
the recognition that we deserve. We've been doing a lot, and just all over the world, like music, basketball, like sports in general. A lot of people from Queens have done that and did it well and very well. But because we're not from the Bronx or and not the Bronx, Brooklyn or Harlem, where they bring entourages with them to come out to games. Us dude from Queens, we'll come to the game by ourselves, have 50 points and leave.
That's a
Right?
fact.
I would go
That's a
and
fact.
kill and then leave and then go to my next game. I ain't gotta be boasting and bragging about it. I just did what I did and that was it. So influence Rafer Alston street ball. Um College, one of my favorite players, this is somebody it may be a shocker to a lot of people, but Speedy Claxton, he used to play for Hofstra. He was one of my favorite players in college. Him and Jameer Nelson. I used to love what they used to do.
Yeah, Jermaine
And
Nelson was tough. He went to
yeah,
St. Joseph. He went to
yeah.
St. Joseph. Jermaine Nelson. That's in Jersey. St. Joseph. That's in Jersey. Yep.
I think it's Philly. It's Philly, right? Ain't it Philly?
I think
Yeah,
Philly or
Philly. Yeah, Philly. Him and Delonte West. Um, they was a crazy backcourt at the time, but those were some of my favorite college players, street ball player, my man Ray Alston. And then NBA, Scottie Pippen was my favorite player. Him, Allen Iverson, and Michael was a GOAT, but I wasn't really like the biggest Michael Jordan fan, but I respect his craft as being the best player to ever play basketball.
great. Yeah. So, and how was, like I said, how was the training from leaving elementary school going to middle school? Like, how was your middle school years, sixth, seventh, eighth grade? Like, how was those years for you? Like your middle school years? How was that
So so
adjusting from leaving elementary going into middle school?
So playing, it just was more of adjustment from playing against other people, bigger, stronger, faster. In my elementary school, I was just by far just the man. Like I was just killing it. I was the guy. In middle school, I had to, um, it was a lot of other really good players that were playing during that time, and there was wars. Like every day, it was wars. So I think it was more from like an elementary where they're like, "You're the best. Here's the ball. Just keep scoring. Like just keep going." To now, he's the best. He's the best. He's the best. Like so, and we used to battle for who was the best. Like we used to go. So that was the difference between elementary and middle school, and then like that transition from middle school and the high school was a whole nother crazy
And like you say, you never played AAU growing up. You ain't never played for no tryout for no AAU teams
So no,
growing up. No any AAU club.
I was on Riverside Church, um, but I didn't play with them all the time. Like I kind of got on late too. I got on later. Like I was already groomed and better, right? I was already good. Like so, it wasn't. I got with them and they taught me how to play ball and all that. Nah, I was already nice by the time
So
I
you
got with them.
so you already had the fundamentals back down. Like your skill development was high. You was already advanced more than the average player your age. Like you was
Um,
advanced.
that's because I worked out. I worked out a lot. So like a lot of the things that people were teaching kids how to do, I already knew because I taught myself. Like I used to have a hoop in my backyard and I used to ball out. Me and my brother used to like make up moves, work on footwork, all this other stuff that we saw. We would play a game where we would score 1,000 points every Saturday and Sunday, every weekend. I'm sorry, every Saturday and Sunday. We would start at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and a layup is worth 2, a free throw 1, and a 3-pointer is worth 3. We used to mark them, and literally do that. Like, and that would be all day long. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every Saturday and Sunday, we had to score 1,000 points. So I kind of taught myself the fundamentals. I didn't really have a teacher growing up. Um, I used to go to the YMCA, and work out and work on my skills and stuff like that.
Yeah. So like, how was that adjustment from leaving middle school going into high school? Like, cause you know at each level it get harder. Like it's more advanced at each level. At the high school, college it get harder, and the professional level. So like, how was that adjustment going into your freshman year in high school from leaving middle school? Your freshman year of high school, how was that for you?
So I didn't play my freshman year of high school. I went to my middle school, junior high school 72. If you can look it up, it used to have the ninth grade. It's still around, but they don't have the ninth grade anymore. So it's a traditional middle school now. But back in the days, they used to have the ninth grade in the middle schools. It was crazy. So, and some people know what I'm talking about. But during that time, I stayed for the ninth grade. So I came into high school as a sophomore. So that transition for me, I was already playing in a lot of tournaments and things of that nature. I didn't wind up playing high school basketball until my senior year. So I didn't
Mm.
play on the team until my senior year.
He was like a late bloomer basically.
Nah,
High
I
school
just kept getting hurt. I got hurt. Like
injuries and all.
my sophomore year, my sophomore year, I was playing in a tournament at Allen Gardens. I don't know if you know Long Island Gardens.
I heard that's what New York Lightning had their team practicing and
Yes,
all that.
yes, yes,
Shout
yes.
out to New York Lightning.
Yeah, so it's Long Island Gardens, and I was playing in there, and I fractured my left wrist
Yeah.
during that. So that was it for my season, my sophomore year. Then my junior year, right before the season start, I broke my left arm. I broke my left arm. So that was my senior year.
So basically, you had to persevere. Like, I believe perseverance is everything in life, basketball. So you had to persevere through all that. To play high school ball, to get a scholarship to go play D1. So, like, how was that perseverance for you?
Um, it was like, what am I gonna do? Give up or keep going? So it was like I had no other choice. I didn't know how. I didn't know how to quit. You understand what I'm saying? Like this,
Right, right.
I can't quit. Like, what does that look like? You know what I'm saying? Quitting? Like, nah, we
That,
can't do
that,
that.
that's huge perseverance, not giving. Like, I tell people, you got to keep working. Because if you're not working hard, there's always somebody out there that's either working even harder than you that's going to take your spot. So you got to always outwork others and always put in that work every day, 24/7, consistently. It's a consistent grind. So, like, how was it for you your senior year? Did you get any? How was your recruiting process? Did you get any offers? How many schools you had looking at you? How many offers you had your senior year?
So only playing my senior year, it was difficult because nobody was really watching. We didn't. We wound up not making. We missed the playoff my senior year. Um, it was crazy. It was me and one other senior, me and my boy Andrew Gordon, and everybody else who on the team was like freshmen and sophomore, so they didn't really care. They're like, yo, I got another year, 2, 3, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was just me having to go crazy. I averaged 18.8, Nine
You
assists,
was
uh,
wilding.
3 steals. I made all Queens. I made honorable mention all city. I went crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't I didn't finish up. I remember we lost the game, our last game of the season that would have got us into. We played against Beach Channel, and I remember we lost to them, and that would have got us into the playoffs, but we wound up losing.
And what high school you went to? You went to the
I,
same high
I went
school all 4 years, or you transferred?
I went to Campus Magnet. I went I went all 3 years because I came in as a sophomore. Yes,
Yeah. You never.
so that's how
You
I
ain't,
went.
you ain't do prep school, none of that. You ain't go prep school, the
Nah,
prep school route,
I
none of
didn't go
that.
to prep. Nah, son. And if I would have did that, I went D1, but I went the unconventional route, man. I played D1, but it's I didn't. It wasn't a conventional route to D1 for
I
me.
did.
You know what I'm saying?
I did a little prep, a little bit. Faith prep. I did a little prep school. It was alright.
Yeah, prep. I think prep is just more of a time that just it just prolongs you. You know what I'm saying? Like it just prolongs your growth. You know what I mean? Like just get out there and go. I went straight to college as a true freshman, and remember only playing 1 year of high school basketball.
Yeah, that's right. So, like, how was that transition from leaving high school ball now going into college? You know, going into college, you're a young adult. You on your own. You independent. You away from home. So, like, how was that for you? Like, going to college. Like, how was that for you? I know you got to be independent when you're in college. You're on your own. You're a young adult, growing into a man.
So I was gonna go to prep school. I was trying to go to prep school, and then that fell through. So I didn't go. The way I ended up at Sullivan Community College, which was a Division III junior college, but they were one of the best D3s in the nation. Like they were one of the best division like JUCOs in the nation. Um, but I wound up going there because Coach Tippy. I don't know if you know
Of
Coach
course.
Tippy. Yeah,
Oh, I met. I played in a Big Apple, all that with
yeah,
Tippy. Shout out to Coach Tippy. That's the GOAT right there.
that's the
The
GOAT. Yeah.
legend himself.
So Tippy helped me get a school. It's now Labor Day. I didn't have my prep school. I started working out with him
Jamaica,
at the end of my senior year.
Jamaica
No,
YMCA
I was at the
or Bedford,
YMCA,
in
Bedford
Bedford,
YMCA.
in
I'm
Brooklyn.
original in Brooklyn. I'm original. Bedford Y used to be me, Gary Irvin, Sebastian Telfair. All those guys used to be up in there, man. Like, Quincy Doobie. Like, it was a lot of those guys who kind of like Justin Bright. He has a humble development. He got his program. He was training Cayenne and stuff like that. He trains Cayenne now and all
Yeah,
that.
Cayenne is tough.
Yeah.
Cayenne tough.
Cayenne's putting on for the city, man. I'm happy for him, man. He
Definitely tough.
deserves it. Yeah. And we need to get behind him even more. But that's where I honed my skills, and Coach Tippy was one of the ones who helped me get into Sullivan because I was there. You know what I'm saying? Because I needed a school to go to because I wasn't trying to go to JUCO. I was gonna try to go prep, but it didn't happen.
And so, how was it for you leaving SUNY Sullivan going to Sacramento State? 'Cause that's a D1 school. Like, how was that for you
So
playing NCAA Division One?
so I went from Sullivan. I went to I did my thing there. So you asked how it was. The craziest thing was when I first got there, it was like 65 people trying out for the team. Like, and I had to make the team. So I went in. I went from not being mentioned to being the MVP of their team. You know what I'm saying? So that transition from there was dope. Then I went on to play at Chaffee Community College out in Rancho Cucamonga, California. I led them in scoring. You know what I mean? And then I got a full scholarship to Sacramento State in the Big Sky Conference, and I led them in scoring my senior year and broke 3-point records and all that, steals record. And that adjustment from even playing from high school to JUCO to now playing in Division 1, um, I was too locked in to even really realize what was up against me. I used to just train 2 and 3 times a day, so I was ready. So you know what I mean? It wasn't really like we talk about transitions. People had to adapt to me or get used to me. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. So, So, how did you win any accolades in college? Like, how was your accolades as far as college?
So,
Like,
so like I said, like a big accolade is,
that's Sacramento
leading a
State.
Division 1, leading a Division 1 team in scoring is huge. Like, not too many people could say they led their team in scoring.
That's
Like now, with all these NIL deals and everything like that, I would have been top dollar. I would have been getting some real good money because I led my program in scoring. I would have been able to transfer and all this other stuff to some top schools as well.
so after college. I was a professional route. Like, did you work? Did you work out for any NBA teams? You had any NBA
Um,
tryouts? Any NBA workouts? Like
I with the
overseas?
I was with the LA, had workout with the Lakers and Sacramento Kings. Sacramento Kings because I was in Sacramento. I led the team in scoring, so they gave me like a workout. You
You
know
ain't
what I'm
played
saying?
like you ain't do summer
I
league, NBA summer league, none
didn't
of
do
that.
the summer league was so oversaturated back then. Like, you know what I mean? Because NBA teams back then wasn't affiliated with the G League how they are now. Like every team in the NBA has a G League team. So if you think about it, back in the days, it was like 4 teams to only one G League team. You understand? So it wasn't as many opportunities. Now every team in the league has a G League team, so it's more opportunities now. But back then it would be like 5 teams, 5 G League teams, well, 5 NBA teams assigned to one G League team. Like so the Knicks and the Nets would like have the same one team other than, Westchester and all that other stuff like
So
that.
you ain't try. You ain't do G League. Why you ain't try to try out for the
I
G
did, I
League?
did.
You played in the
I was
G League.
I was in the G League. So I had a contract with the G League. I was the LA Defenders. Um and then I wound up going because the money wasn't really good. So I wound up going uh to Romania and playing ball
Mm-hmm.
out there. I had to either so I was out in Romania. And I remember when I was out in Romania, I got they the G League started in November. Romania had to be out there in August. So they were trying to get me to come back. But I'm like, yo, I'm already out here. I'm making money. I'm not going back there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But so yeah, that
Yeah.
was that experience.
Yeah, that's right. So, like, how was that adjustment playing going overseas? Because going overseas, the coach is a huge culture shock. The time zone is different, different traditions. The culture is different, everything. So, like, how was that for you? Because it's a huge culture shock going to play
Yeah.
overseas.
So one of the biggest things from even college, from junior college to um Division 1 was that we were flying all over the place. So when I started flying, before we used to bus everywhere when I was even in California. But even making that adjustment from Sullivan to Chafee in California, like it was a huge adjustment. Like you said, the time difference, the style of play was different, but I had to adjust.
You had
So
to
now
adapt.
I had to adapt. So no, I adjusted and I made people adapt to me. Like I never changed my game, and that's something that's a message that I never changed my game. I was on some like why fit in when I rather stand out, right? So I'm a standout player. I'm gonna play how I'm gonna play, and people are gonna adjust to me, and that's how I kind of do it.
Yeah. So, what countries you played in overseas? Like, name the country. What was your best countries you played in? Like,
So I'm gonna name most of them, right? So I played in Romania. I played in Hungary. I played in China. I played in Mexico City, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Canada. Um, yeah, Colombia, Canada, Mexico City. Yeah, yeah, I think that's it. So like, yeah,
did you win
yeah, Puerto
any
Rico.
accolades overseas? Like, how was it for you playing overseas? Did you win any awards overseas in the professional
Um,
world?
I didn't win. Those a lot of those places are like corrupt, man. To be honest with you, a lot of those places overseas, they be betting on the games. Like I remember when I was playing in Colombia, and I played in DR too. I remember I was playing in Colombia, and they had like AK-47s out, like it was crazy. It was a crazy
What?
atmosphere to play. Yeah, bro. It's like
Crazy.
I didn't feel comfortable being there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's crazy.
It was it was
So
it was wild. But I didn't want any real like individual stuff out there. You know, playing over there was people like they make it like bigger than what it is. But yeah, it was I had my good times. The style of play was crazy. I remember they used to like my first game out there in Romania. Like I remember I had 34 points, and I remember like there was a fast break that I had, and this big dude on one of the teams like just pushed me, two hands in the back. I went flying into like the little pillar post, no foul call, no foul call. So I went ran down and I like swung on the dude. That like crazy. I got ejected my first game in Romania. I got ejected.
yeah, so how you got started with Bowling for Peace? What made you start your own basketball like celebrity thing? Bowling for Peace. So how you got started with that? What made you start that?
So, it started because of all the senseless acts of violence that was going on in New York and all over the world at the time. They had the Mike Brown situation. I don't know if you remember that. Eric Gardner, when the police choked him
Yep,
out.
yep,
And
yep.
I wanted to do something positive. So I
Right.
started Balling for Peace. The message is peace through sports. Um, I, it was needed. And I just used my influence to do something that was positive. And yo, it was crazy. It was super dope. Everybody came out. It was a beautiful thing, and I had to keep it going. When I saw after the first year, I'm like, nah, this is lit. We got to keep it going. You know, everybody loving it. You know, we bringing the community together. We got to keep going, and that's pretty
Yeah,
much how that happened. And but that was the mindset behind it. But it's needed. You see, even now with George Floyd pretty much getting murdered right in front of us. You know what I mean? People killing innocent black people. So we I had to do something, and that's what I did. That was my way of giving back peace through sports. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. I appreciate you though for sure, sharing your basketball journey and all that.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. So tell people where to follow you at on social media and everything.
Well, first off, pull up this Saturday, June
Yeah,
14th
I
at
gotta
John Jay College.
pull up. Let me know. Send me the info
Yeah.
of anything. I gotta pull up for sure.
Yeah, we got the ninth annual celebrity charity basketball game going down at John Jay College. Then the following week, June 22nd, we at Queens College with 64 teams. You know what I mean? That's going on there. Basketball courts, we got 8 courts going on at once, ages 9U all the way to 17U. But the celebrity game is going to be crazy. We already have our most pre-sale tickets that we've ever had, ever. And that's moving right now. But yeah, man, I appreciate your platform. You can have everybody. They can follow me at H205. Follow Ballin for Peace, BALLIN, the number 4, and the word peace. You can follow, get your tickets on the website, ballinforpeace.org. And yeah, pull up, support with your purchase.
Yeah, I got. And then one last question. Like, give me your top 5 rappers of all time.
Top 5 rappers of all time. Jadakiss is up there for me.
Fab, my
Uh,
favorite rapper. Fab.
Fab nice, he nice. Well, I got Jadakiss, 50 Cent, Eminem, Nas, and oh man, 50 Cent, Jadakiss, Nas, Eminem, and I like Drake. Drake in my top
Yeah,
5, man.
yeah, yeah. Give me your top 5 street ball tournaments.
Top 5 street ball tournaments in no order. We got Dykeman, we got West Fourth, Hoops in the Sun. Uh, well, back in the Hoops in the Sun, West Fourth, Dykeman, Pro City, and I'm gonna go with Rucker Park.
Yeah, Rucker. Yeah, that's dope. So I appreciate you. Thanks for watching Strictly Basketball Podcast, episode 25. You already know where to follow me on Instagram. Make sure I subscribe to that YouTube channel. I appreciate you, my guy.
Let's get it. Thank you, my brother. I
Yeah,
appreciate you.
it's
Strictly,
going up.
shout out to Strictly Basketball. Everybody, I'm gonna nominate somebody and have them come pull up. We'll get somebody to come up on your page. You know what I'm saying? Um, Probably have my boy Scott Machado come on here. You know what I'm saying? He's out. He's still playing overseas, or maybe Chuck Bryant or one of these guys that could come up here, speak about their journey and all that. Steve Bird, Kiki Clark, one of these guys. You know what I'm saying? But again, shout out for your platform. June 14th, Bowling for Peace, John Jay College. Pop out, support with your purchase. Ticket link in bio. Let's get it.
I appreciate you.
Peace.